Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of a program Unscripted. Trust you're doing okay today and trust you're staying safe. On today's episode, we'll be talking about African football as a couple of hours ago, CAF just released the nominee list for the African Footballer of the Year 2024. So it's a list that comprises of 10 male footballers that performed so well in the last 12 months. So after the release of the list, it caused a lot of controversies on social media. Some popular names were missing in the list, while some popular names also made it to the list. So I'll quickly read the list before I talk about those that were missing and some of other people's opinion on social media before I give my opinion and at the end say probably who I think is going to win the 2024 African Footballer of the Year. So let's go straight to the list. So on the list we've got Amin Gori. So he plays for Algeria national side, and also his club side is Rennes. He's a striker. Rennes is in League One. So we've got Edmond Tapsoba. So he plays for Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, and his club side, his country side is Burkina Faso. So we've got Simon Adingwa. So he plays for Ivory Coast, who won the just completed AFCON, and he also plays his club career in English Premier League with club Brighton. So we've got Chancel Mbeba. Chancel Mbeba plays for Congo national side, and his club side is Olympic Marseille. He's a fullback. Then we've got Guarisi. So Guarisi plays for Dortmund and also plays for Countryside Guinea. He's a striker. They've got Hakimi. Hakimi is the Moroccan. He's a fullback, and he plays for PSG in France. Then we've got Brahimi. He's a striker from Morocco, and he plays for a club in UAE. Then we've got the Nigerian striker talking about Ademola Lookman. So he plays for Atlanta, and we've got William Trust Ekong. So he's the Super Eagles captain, plays for Nigeria and also plays his club career in Saudi Arabia. Then we've got the last in the list talking about the South African goalkeeper, Ronwen Williams. He's a goalkeeper. He had a fantastic AFCON where he saved a couple of penalties, I think in the semi-finals or the quarterfinals. So he did very, very well in the AFCON. So he plays for South African national. There's a team in South Africa that he plays for as well, so the South African League. So this makes it the 10-man nominee list for the African Footballer of the Year 2024. So if you could see, there are some popular names that we're missing from the list, talking about the likes of Mohamed Salah, who plays for Liverpool and also the plays for the Egyptian national team. We've got our own Victor Boniface, the striker who plays for Nigeria and also plays for Bayer Leverkusen. They've got, I think, Mohamed Kudus, who plays for the Ghana national side and plays for West Ham in England. So those are the three names that personally I think we are missing in this list. I think Diaz from Liverpool as well. So he was also missing from this list. Though for me, he's not a big shot, considering the fact that he wasn't in the AFCON, and yeah, he's done so well in recent time. But I don't think that's a big call for him to be in that list. So so many people were having conversations as regards why these players were missing and why they are not part of the nominee list. So I'll just quickly start with some of the achievements of Victor Boniface, who I think should be in this list. So Victor Boniface in 2023-2024 season, he won the Bundesliga. You know, Bayer Leverkusen won the German Bundesliga for the first time in about 20-30 years. So he won the Bundesliga as their top striker, and also 2023-2024 season he won the DFB Pokal. So it's more like a cup in Germany. So he won that as well. Then he won the Rookie of the Season, which means, I think, the Young Player of the Season. That's what it means. So he won the Rookie of the Season. I think he won it 4 times in a row, 4 different months. So he won the Rookie of the Season. He scored 21 goals and with 10 assists in 34 matches for Bayer Leverkusen, and was also voted in the team of the season. Then he also came out second in the Europa League, where they were defeated by Atlanta in the Europa League. So that's Victor Boniface CV. For some, unfortunately, like we all know, he missed out in the AFCON due to injury, so he wasn't in the AFCON, so he didn't participate in the AFCON for Nigeria because he was injured close to the end of last season for Bayer Leverkusen. What do you think? Do you think Victor Boniface should have been given a shout? Should have been part of that list? Personally, I think from what I've just read right now, his achievement, I think he deserves to be in that list. Outside the fact that he didn't participate in the AFCON, but that list, for me, I think, from my own understanding, is for players that have performed so well in their club side and in their country side, not just AFCON alone. As long as he's performed so well in his club, I think he should have been given a shout. So that's just my personal opinion as regards Victor Boniface. Then we've got Salah. So Salah, he won the FA Cup with Liverpool, which used to be called the Carling Cup. He had 24 goals last season, talking about 2023-2024 season, then 14 assists. So I think Salah also had a fantastic season with Liverpool. So I think both of them should have been given a shout in that list, to be honest, because in as much as, like I said, Victor Boniface missed out due to injury in the AFCON, wasn't part of the AFCON, then Salah also, Egypt didn't perform so well in the AFCON, so they got knocked out, I think, in the group stage or in the round of 16, so they didn't perform so well. But he did so well in his club side. He won the FA Cup. He came out third in the Premiership race. I know that's not something very big to talk about, but his goals contribution, 24 goals, 10 assists, I think that's also big for me personally. Then also Mohamed Kudus, he did so well with his club side, talking about West Ham last season. He had a couple of goals. I think he had double figures in terms of goals and assists last season. But Ghana, they didn't do so well in the AFCON. I think they got knocked out in the group stage. So I understand Mohamed Kudus not being involved in the list, but the other two names I mentioned, Salah and Boniface, personally, I think they deserve to be in that list. So let's go down to who we think is going to win this particular AFCON. I don't want to waste time. I want to go around the bush, start looking at all the profiles of the players that were listed in that. They did fantastic for their club side and in the AFCON as well, especially the South African goalkeeper, what he did. Adingra, he won the Young Player of the Year for the AFCON. He did very well in the AFCON as well. Then Ademola Lookman, for me, without any doubt, he did the most for me in that list. He won the biggest he won last season, which is all over the place, is when he won the Europa League against Bayer Leverkusen, where he scored a hat-trick in the final, and he had a fantastic season for Atlanta. He won the Europa League, he scored a hat-trick in the final, which I think is the first time we are having an African score a hat-trick in the Europa League or in a final, in the European final. I think he's the first African to have done that. I'm not so sure, but I think so. Then also in the AFCON, he got to the final. He was in the AFCON team of the year, and also Europa team of the year. He made the Europa team of the year for Atlanta. He did so well. I think he won the player of the season for Atlanta. So for me, Ademola Lookman deserve to win the African Footballer of the Year. This is just my opinion, looking at his achievement and what he's done so far. Even this season, what he's been doing so far with Atlanta this season, even the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I think Ademola Lookman, this is your time. So tell me what you think, guys. Who do you think is going to go? Who's going to win the African Footballer of the Year come 2024? Then also, do you think Victor Boniface, Mohamed Salah should have been given a consideration for this year's edition? Tell me what you think. Drop a comment, like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys